So, so, good evening, everyone. So, as the famous saying goes, the pen is mightier than the sword. And today, we are here to sharpen our pens for academic success. Today's event, Publishing Like a Pro, in collaboration with IEEE REC, is all about empowering you to excel in academic publishing. We are thrilled to have with us Dr. V. Karthik, our esteemed professor. Welcome, sir. He's a mentor for the Smart India Hackathon and a prolific author of numerous research papers. He will be sharing invaluable insights on structuring papers, writing abstracts, and understanding peer reviews. Thank you for your time, sir, and over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Shivani, and thank you, Intellexa and IEEE coordinators. So, good evening, students. So, yes, as Shivani mentioned, so today's topic is going to be it is going to start from how to craft a research paper, right? So, of course, I'm going to start with why to write a research paper. Maybe many are from second year and third year. You might have done at least a mini project, right? So after a project, why should you convert that into a research paper? Okay, so starting from writing a research paper, then you have something called peer review. So uh, we'll be seeing the outline of what is peer review and what to know about the peer review. Okay, and some of the points how to decode peer review, and the final process, of course, publishing the paper, right? So this is what is today's topic is going to be. I hope I'm not going to waste your time. Okay, so sir, just I want to get into the topic. Okay, so let me share my PPT. Was it visible to everyone? Screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So even in between, if you have anyone have doubt, just you can raise your hands or you can put it in the chat. Okay. So you are most welcome. Between also, no issues. So yes. Okay. So before getting into actual topic, crafting the research paper, you should know why you should write research paper first, right? So you do mini project, you do any project, right? Kind of project, you have your project in your hand, right? So why should you write a research paper? So that is very important, right? So there are few points I have mentioned. So one of the most, so I go from the fifth point here. I think you could see the fifth point here, right? So basically, it helps in filling patterns and protect your ideas. So it is a stepping stone for filling a patent. So I hope everyone would have you would have come across the word called patent, right? So you have your project in your hand. It may be in the design uh, stage, or it may be in the like it may be or it may be a product also, right? So basically, I have done with my project, right? So to go with the patent, so it is the writing a research paper is very important. So here, okay. So next, when you it open up conference and networking opportunities, which means that, right, this is the final stage actually. When you try to publish it in, actually today our topic deals with higher, I mean publishing in IEEE, right? It may be conference on journal. Okay, we'll discuss all those stuffs in the end, but we are going to just focus on IEEE, right? So I hope everyone, again, you know what is IEEE, and you know the standard of IEEE. So that is why we have taken that as a thing here, right? IEEE. So when you try to publish, you are supposed to present your work at the, it may be national or international conference, whatever it is, right? So you get exposed to it. So that is also one of the important point where uh, you you are supposed to write a research paper or convert your project into a research paper in the form of IEEE standard. So we are going to follow IEEE standards, right? So because that is being followed globally, that is why there is a reason we look for it also, right? So, and here comes the remaining uh, points, right? Where it helps in career growth and placement. Even see, it's a part of a placement also. How come? Employees prefer candidates with research experience, especially those who are looking for R&D roles. Even I have interacted with many students who are looking for R&D, right? So it would be helpful uh, when you write a research paper, you go for patent, and after patent, you go for a funding, right? So these stages, so it would help you to in even in the placements also, if you are really looking for R&D roles there. And building strong academic and professional profiles, like say if you're looking for higher studies. Okay, so you take any batches, like even the current final year or passed out or any batches, uh, 5 to 10 percentage of the students will be would they would prefer highest MS, right? So those who are going for higher studies, yes, the research paper writing, it is a mandatory thing. And of course and transforms your project into recognized contribution. So I hope you can understand the first point, right? So now I hope you are very clear with the like, I have a project, then why should I write a research paper of my project, right? So so whichever point suits to you, you can just keep it in mind, so that uh, uh, I think now you got some clarity of thing is why should I write a paper? Of course, right? In REC, we are insisting for past 2 years. We are insisting particularly for final year phase one and phase two. What they do is they do project, as you know, right? Phase one, like for example, they divide the project into two modules, say module one and module two in phase one and phase two, right? 7 sem and 8 sem. They are supposed to write a research paper for module 1 and module 2 separately. So this we are actually following this for past two semesters. It is mandatory for the final years. So that is also one of the point where you must write a research paper after your projects. So I hope now we are very clear, right? So now we can get into the actual topic, how to or crafting a research paper, right? So just everyone just imagine that you're going to start your research paper now. You're done with the projects, or even see before you may not uh, you might not have the, say for example, just now you have started your project, maybe you wouldn't have implemented, or you wouldn't have got the results, okay, whatever it is, right? Just imagine you have a project. Okay, you have started with an idea, and you have ended up with the final project, right? So now you're going to start writing a research paper. Everyone just imagine like that. So we'll go step by step, right? If you want, like, I'll be in between, I'll be showing some demos also, like live demos, so that you'll understand more clearly. And after the session, I'll try to share the PPT, and if you have any doubt, you can just refer to it also. Okay, so now what I would suggest before crafting any research paper, right? What I would suggest is, like, everyone start working with the Google Doc. Why? Because see, you may ask me, like, Why can't I do write a research paper in Word, right? I have MS Word locally. I'll just open that, type it, save it. Why can't you do that? Yes, you can do it, but there are some features available for researchers or those who are writing a research paper in Google Doc. I'll show one demo because we don't have enough time. I hope I have been given only 1 hour for today's session. So I'll show you one tool which is very important tool. It is present only in Google Doc, which is I'll show you. Okay, then only you'll come to know why it is now. That tool is called like paper pile. Some might have known, but I don't know whether everyone knows that tool. But I'll show you how it is, how that paper pile works actually. Okay, how to use that paper pile in efficiently in writing a research paper, which is only present in Google Doc. Okay, so that is what you're saying, and just imagine I'm going to just start now. So I'm going to start. What I'm going to do is like, sorry. Okay. So I'm going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the title now. So you have a title like this, like if you have completed your project, right? So of course you would have come finalized your title. So research paper writing starts from the title, from the first line. Again, I'm saying the structure and the idea and the subtopics which I'm going to teach you today, it is not mandatory to use. But the thing is, if you write like this, finally you could see a quality paper which like you could easily apply to any IEEE conference or IEEE journals, right? So that is the idea behind, and some of the things like which I'm going to say now, say how to frame a title. So as I told you, you are going to write a research paper, so it starts from the title. I mean, framing a title itself, right? And again, you can use your own title. That is but if you use this particular title, starting from the title, keyword, introduction, what all we are going to see today, right? It is up to you whether you're going to use these standards and these some of the things which I'm going to say now. So title, so usually I'll call it as pico, PICO. Is it visible, ma, to everyone? So any issues in the font size in PPT presentation? Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir.
Okay, okay. So I'll call this as Pico, Pico, Pico. I'll say what is P, what is I, what is C, and what is O. Just see to the title, just sample title I've taken. Enhancing image restoration with reduced noise using improved Weiner filter, corruptive captured images compared to Richard Lucky algorithm. Okay, so I have compared two algorithms, and basically the title starts like this: enhancing image restoration. Just for example, okay. So if the before like say this is going to be the title, okay, what would be P or what would be I and what would be a C and O, right? So P is nothing but the problem, actual problem. I is an intervention, C is comparison, and O is outcome. Oh, say for example, your title, if your title is having problem or the overall, see, always try to frame a title which has a problem. So whatever your problem you're going to say, for example, here it is more noise. Okay. So according to our title, it is more noise. Second one is intervention. You know, like what is intervention? Intervention is it may be a methodology. Okay, it may be your own methodology, or here I think it is improved Weiner filter algorithm. You have Weiner filter algorithm, but improved is like you have designed your own algorithm. So that comes under intervention, right? Comparison. See, any research paper where you write, right? You'll be you'll be having something called a base paper. What is base paper again? The idea which is very close to, I mean, the close to your idea, what you do is you pick minimum one base paper, right? You go, you read that full base paper, you try to you try to understand the method, what methodology they've used, and what algorithm they've used, and what actually they have mentioned, the conclusion, future scope, etc., etc. Okay, so what you do is you choose your own base paper, right? And what you do is you try to compare an algorithm which is there in the base paper. So that comes under comparison. See, again, this is an example. If your project or if your paper is going to deal with machine learning, if it is machine learning, of course, you'll be having an algorithm. I mean, existing algorithm and proposed algorithm in it, right? So I hope now we are very clear with what is problem, what is intervention, what is comparison. Finally comes outcome. Outcome is very, very, very important factor when you write a paper now. See, like again, I'm saying, you may see your project may be any it may end up with say for example, it may be a web page, web application, or a mobile application, or a whatever it is. Okay, when you write in terms of research paper, right, you should be in a position to quantify your work. That is very, very, very important, and you cannot say no, because like I have seen many students like are coming up with like, sir, I have my project is just a web application. So I have come up with, say for example, I have come up with the website. I have designed for placement, dedicatedly for placement. I have designed a website, and I don't have anything like any factors to quantify it or measure it. Right? You cannot say there. You should identify a factor in your project, right? To measure that or to quantify that finally, so that you can end up with the results which you have got in your project, and same has to be written in the paper. So that is what is outcome. Here the outcome is less noise. Finally the outcome, according to this particular title, will be less noise in capture images in percentage. What is that in percentage? That is what I'm talking about. You should identify your parameter. Okay, it depends on project to project, paper to paper. In this particular paper, I have identified as my parameter to be percentage. So I'm going to calculate everything. What? Noise, like all the captured images in the form of percentage. Finally, I'll say that I have, according to my intervention or my methodology, I have achieved 75, say for example, 75 percentage, which is an improved so on, so on, so on. So whenever you start, try to frame a title with the PICO. PICO is nothing but P stands for problem, intervention, comparison, outcome. So you may ask me like it should be in this order. No, it is not. Say it is not. The order not matters. So you can mix it up. Just make sure the title has a meaning when you mix it up all these four components, and that is what I'm trying to say. Now, hope everyone got it right. So any doubts or any query, or if you are not understanding, please raise your hands, okay? Or you can just put a message in the chat, and Shivani or anyone, please let me know if anyone is like have doubt, or
Sure, sir.
even in the middle, in between, if you have anything, you can ask me. No issues. Okay, fine. Now the title is over. Any guesses after title? What should be there in the research paper? Anyone who can put it in the chat? I'll give you a few seconds, because again we don't have time. Anyone? You want to just say? You can say it. No issues. Yes, Jagdish were in abstract. Abstract, only abstract. So something is missing in between. Domain, Jagdishwaran. Okay, good try, but team members, sorry, team members. Okay, the overview, subject, author names. Okay, fine. Okay, good. You're coming up with different answers. Very good, very good. So, see here. Actually, after the title, yes, someone have messaged like you are supposed to mention the authors, right? So I'll show you a paper at the finally I'll show you a paper, a completed paper. I'll show you immediate to the title. Author name should be there. I'll say what, like, how the format of the author, where the IEEE, in the IEEE standard, I'll show you. Okay, your answer is correct, but as of now I'm going to just hold that. Coming to the next, before abstract, after author affiliation or the author information, you have one thing. Anyone? So title over, before abstract, after author. Anything else is missing? Anyone? Because I didn't see any. I mean that particular answer from anyone was posted on the chat. Anyone? Any guesses? Okay, no, fine. You have something called keywords. I think you would have come across the word called keyword. Okay, so I'll show you what is actually keyword. Okay, so need not worry about. There is something. Yes, you have something called keywords in the first paragraph, right? So don't worry if the font size is small and all. Okay, anyway, I'll explain you what is that, and I'll show you a live paper at the end. Okay, so before abstract, there should be something called a keywords. By the name itself, I think now we are like you could have guessed what is keyword, right? But when you write a keyword, make sure, say at least six keyword must, you must include the, I mean there must be six keyword in your paper whenever you write. Okay, and most importantly, all the six keywords must be cited at least one, three times in a paper. What is the meaning of that? Anyone? Again I repeat. Okay, again I repeat. Say for example, you have a keyword called uh, cost effective, or just make it very simple. You have a keyword called machine learning. Okay, so you have a, so among six keyword, one of the keyword is machine learning. Just imagine. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is your machine learning keyword should be present minimum three times in your paper. If your keyword is not present in your paper, then it is meaningless, right? So that is the point I want to say. So that is very important point, where try to like, it is there is no restriction. Again I'm saying minimum try to keep six keyword. Again keyword, it is up to you. If see, if it is possible, try to keep one keyword. Shouldn't keyword come below, right? As far as I have seen, Surya Kumar, as I think he has asked whether the keyword should come below the abstract, right? You are asking the, I think your question is like that. But again, according to the IEEE format or in the general format, keyword could be, I mean, the keyword could come after the title, I mean the author affiliation, and even after the abstract. Two times it could come. So that is the structure of the paper which I am having. Yes, it is good question. Or if you have any confusion, You can better keep your keywords after your abstract also. Nothing wrong in that. Okay, so I'll show you a demo. Sorry, I'll show you a paper so that you'll be, I think you'll get clarified in it, right? So next comes abstract, right? So whenever you write abstract, please do not write story. That is what I want to say. And other than, apart from that, I have some technical. I'll show you. Yes, here it is. So please do not like see some. I have seen in many papers like when you write abstract, you'll be writing an application. Say for example, machine learning is so and so, so and so, so and so. No, say for example, you are going to work with machine learning is a domain. That's it. It's a domain. In abstract, you are not supposed to write the definition application. No. Okay, because the abstract is most important. By reading an abstract, first let me explain you what are the components should be present there in the abstract. Then if you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay, so these are some of the points which I've mentioned here. I think you could see it. If it is IEEE standard, number of words, please make it as 150 to 250. Okay, use some technical terms only when it is necessary. Okay, I'll show, if you want to clarify the second point, I'll show you an example. Focus on the results. This particular third point is like most of the papers I will not find it. You know, uh, clearly highlight what's new and impactful. I mean, to be simple, what it is, focus on the result in the sense you have to mention the result. Result, what is result there? If your parameter is percentage, just mention the we have achieved or I have achieved a so and so percentage. That is also very important. A sample abstract I'll show you so that you'll understand more clearly. Use active voice now. This is also like when it comes for uh, grammatical part, right? Always try to use active voice, not passive voice. Like for example, we have developed a model. Instead of that, a model was developed. Okay, so always use active voice. Align with your paper. Every abstract sentence should be backed up, but still, will you send the PPT for future? Would you be real? Yes, yes. Jaitran, I think your message. At the end, I'll share my PPT. Surely, I'll share the PPT to the coordinators, so they'll share it. Okay. Oh, good. Yeah, okay, fine. So focus on the results. So, sorry, the last point. Every abstract sentence should be backed up by the details in the full paper. Okay, that is common point. So I'll show you the next slide. So always your abstract to start, introduce a problem in your research addresses, or immediately start with an abstract. Again, as I mentioned earlier, please do not write any story about your domain or anything. Immediately you say introduce a problem. What is problem there? Problem is nothing, the problem statement, right? Say for example, see below I have given this study proposes an hybrid quantum error mitigation approach. See here, immediately I am saying about my approach. What is my approach? It is a technique or an approach. What approach? Quantum error mitigation. So in the first line itself, I'm saying my what approach I'm going to, that integrates noise, zero noise, etc., with the error cancellation to improve so and so, so and so, so and so. So when you read these three lines, I think now you are very clear how to write a abstract. So immediately start with your problem statement. Second point, you have something called a research gap. This is very important term in writing a research paper. Can anyone say, you can give your own answers, no issues, whether it is right or wrong? Okay, can anyone just say what is research gap? Don't say it is a gap in the research. What, Srinath? Anyone? You can give any example. Say, for example, okay, I'm doing this project or I have this idea. So according to this, this is a research gap. Or you can even give a small definition for research gap. Anyone more? I'll give you a few seconds. Time between the end of the publishing paper. Good try, but that is not correct answer. Time between start of research publishing. No. Time, area of research. Good try, da. Srinath and others. Good try, but your answers are actually previous research. Okay, previous research is like you are close to the answer, but exactly that is not the answer. I'll say you, okay. But most important, research gap. It is topic not properly explored. Again, you are very close to the answer. Good answers. Okay, ma. So now I'll say you, okay. I have a separate slide for research gap. Don't worry. But keep it in mind when you write a research, abstract. Your abstract should start with the problem statement immediately. Research gap, goal is very important, ma. Goal is very important. Okay. You I hope everyone know what is goal, right? So the goal of the paper is so and so, so and so. So not getting updated to current. Okay, ma, all your answers are you are close to the answer. Good. I'll show you. Okay. uh, so use the precise words like this paper investigates or we propose. So always try to use these words. Okay, this paper investigates, we propose. We, of course, if you are a single author, use I. Otherwise you try to use we, because we'll be have any paper, any good paper will can have up to 6 authors. If it is IEEE, it could have 6 authors in it. But again, one or more authors, always use the word called we, or we propose, something like that. Okay. So yes, and your abstract must have methodology. I hope everyone know what is methodology, right? So the method or the technique which you are using. So you should mention the methodology name by saying that we have used so and so method or methodology, and with the help of this experiment we have done a so and so experiment, and we have ended up with the result or the accuracy of 77, 80%, 85%, 90%, something like that. Okay. Avoid too many technical details. Already I think I have mentioned this. Why? Because you are in your abstract, please do not try to use many technical terms, but it should have a methodology in it, the name of the methodology. And one more point I have added up: data sets. What is data set? Of course, everyone know what is data set, right? So please mention where you have taken your data set, and uh, some I'll show you again. I'll show you a live paper. Data set in the sense like where actually you have taken your data set, and some just one line information about your data sets, right? So an example I have given the below, and the most important, results, the actual findings of your paper. That is very important. Most of the papers, actually it is missing. Which one? The results are missing. Results in numbers. That is very important. Again, I'm saying results in numbers, or you try to quantify it. Somehow you quantify it and bring it to the results. See, I have given an example. Experimental results show 45% reduction in quantum noise and 30% improvement in fidelity compared to traditional error correction methods. So your abstract should end up with the result. See, your abstract might not have a subtitle result, but you should have a sentence like this in your abstract. Okay, and also your abstract may or may not have a subtitle called method, but you should mention the methodology in it. I hope now you are getting my point, right? So that is what okay. So now I think you are very clear with the abstract. Like again, along with the abstract, conclusion is also very important. And you may ask me, anyhow, I'll be having a title or the subtopic called conclusion at the end. Then why should I write a conclusion in the abstract, right? Many will be having this particular question in your mind. Yes, even you will be talking about the methodology in your paper. You'll be discussing about the results in your paper. You'll be discussing about the conclusion in the paper separately. But your abstract must have a crispy words, two lines each. Totally try to bring 150 to 200 lines, including your conclusion. So, conclusion, of course, you know what is that. State the implication of your findings. End up with the strong statement how your research contributes to the. Just 2 lines is enough. I'll show you a demo. The conclusion, of course, it depends on your project, right? The project or the paper which you're writing. Okay, fine. Now I have done with the abstract. Anyone, I'll give you just 5 seconds after abstract. How will you start your paper? I mean, just to say what is the subtopic, or how will you next to abstract. So what all I have done? I have done with the title. I have done with the authorship. I'll show you keywords. Abstract over. Next comes anyone. Introduction. Good. Okay. So I got. So immediately I'll switch into an introduction. Here, actually, you'll be having a confusion, or like what you do is, most of the students or most of the researchers who write the introduction, uh, you may not be very clear in what exactly I should write in the introduction. See, introduction is just an introduction. I know that, right? But again, I'm saying it is my own idea or my own input, which I would like to share it to you all, in which you could just follow it if you want a quality research paper at the end. Again, it is not mandatory. Okay, I'll show you. If and in introduction, you could have all these things. I'll show you. Yes. I think below abstract, otherwise I'll show you one more slide. I think the font size would be good. Yes. Yes. So I think now you could see this particular table. Your introduction may have 3 paragraphs. Okay, again I'm saying it is up to you whether you're going to take this point, but you will not have a confusion when you have these points in your mind before writing a paragraph. Sorry, introduction. Please plan your introduction and segregate as 3 paragraphs. I'll show you what could be written in each paragraph. So your first paragraph may have you can start with the about your research, importance of your research work. Third point, this is very important point, where application of your work. Application, say for example, your domain is machine learning, or your domain is quantum computing, say for example, right? And you know the goal of your research, and uh, you could just mention the application of your domain and your work, okay, in your first paragraph. Second paragraph, right? Database, which we are like, how many have heard about Google Scholar, Science Direct, and Scopus? What are these actually? These are the databases in which your paper, once your paper got published, right? You could just go and see it in Google Scholar, and you have different platforms and databases, right? And in your second paragraph, first point, where you could just discuss some of the points where how many papers have been already published in your particular domain in Google Scholar. So you can write something about that. Second point in your second paragraph, most relevant papers. Most relevant papers. What is that most relevant paper? Where I was discussing about the base paper, right? Whenever you start any research paper, you must identify minimum one base paper. I was talking about that, right? Here, actually, most relevant four papers they are saying. Like most relevant paper, like again, it is up to you. You can write, take 1, 2, 3, 4, how much ever paper which is close to your work. It may not have exact idea, but there will be a paper already published which is close to your papers, right? So identify those already IEEE published papers. Discuss 4 to 5 lines about the paper in the second paragraph. And the third point in the second paragraph, write a few lines about the best study out of foresight. I mean, say for example, you are taken 4 papers. You have discussed something na, like I'll say you what to discuss in the literature review, the next topic. I mean, uh, literature review. In the third point, what you could write is mention few lines about the best study na, like among 4 papers, according to you, which is the best paper. Okay. So first paragraph 3 points over, second point over, 3 points over. Coming to third, here comes the research gap, lacunae, which is very, very important as it's mentioned earlier. I have a separate slide for research gap. I'll show you a research, what is research gap, and an example I'll show you. That you must mention the research gap, expertise in the research work. This is actually optional, the second point. Okay, I'll come back to second point. Third point, aim of your work. And you could ask me, already I have written the goal or aim of the work in the abstract. Why should I write the same in the third paragraph of the introduction? Yes. And there in abstract, you might have written in 1 line, but again, try to just brief it in 2 to 3 lines here in third paragraph. Don't repeat the same point, but again, what is your aim of the work in some 2 to maybe 3 lines, about 3 lines. Now, I think if you are very clear now how to write the introduction, if your introduction is going to be 3 paragraph and each paragraph 3 points. Now you will not have any confusion what to write actually in introduction. Again, you will start avoiding writing stories again. So I hope you are getting my point, right? So if you have any doubt in all these 3 paragraph, all three points in it, stop me and ask me. Otherwise, I'm going to the next slide, which is nothing but I'll show you what is that. Um, yes, here it is. Research gap. Okay. So I think some have answered already. It is unanswered questions or missing piece or unexplored area. Say for example, like you have taken a base paper. Okay, you are reading the base paper which is close to your work. Okay, uh, something is missing. Something which is in the something in the sense unexplored area. See, like if you take a paper, they would have focused on 1 or 2 main area where they would have got the result, but they would have left out without a reason or with the reason. They would have left out. Say, I'll give you an example so that you'll understand. See, if you take quantum computing, there are 3 main properties. Okay, there are 3 main properties of quantum computing. One is superposition. Okay, quantum tunneling, and just one more you have, right? So there are many properties say for example, no cloning property. Okay, just imagine I have mentioned you 3 properties. Say I'm going to just work on my own paper and my own idea where I have taken only the first 2 property from the quantum computing by leaving the third property alone. The reason behind this, like the third property, I may use it in quantum cryptography in some other domain and some other paper. It is not necessary. If I skip that particular property, even I skip that particular property, my research will get completed, but that is being unexplored. I hope now you got it, right? So in your you must be in a position to identify your research gap, okay, and that unanswered question you try to bring it out in your paper. That's it, ma. So if you I think you got my point. If you have any doubt, please ask. This is what actually research gap. With an example I have told you. So uh, any doubts, ma? I'll stop here. I'll give you some few seconds. If you have any doubt, just please raise your hands or put it in the chat so that I'll explain. I'll just explain it to you once again. Any doubt? So if I'm not getting any messages, I'll consider you have, everyone have understood, and I'll switch on to the next one. Okay. So I don't think any. Okay, fine, good. So this research gap again, I'm saying, I think third time or fourth time I'm saying this is very important. Please try to understand that, and where will you mention explain the first point of second paragraph. First point of second paragraph. Second paragraph. Which one, ma? The introduction, or you're asking about the research gap? Intro. Okay, intro. You are asking. Yes. Okay. So which one you want? Second para, first point, right? Which one? Once my introduction. Which one you want? Database. Okay. Okay. I'll repeat. So it is actually, see, I'll show my okay. Google Scholar is like. So if you want to show it live, I'll show you. Okay. So I have a login in Google Scholar database. Okay, I'm just trying to log in there so that I'll show you what is Google Scholar there. Okay, so yes, okay. Okay, now I am in into my Google Scholar. I think I have not shared my entire window, right? So how to switch ma to that one? Um, so again, I have to stop sharing, and again I have to share it. Shivani?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can try that, sir. Sir, you can give share entire screen.
Yeah. I'll do that now. So that, okay. So okay. Now I think you could see the entire screen. Is it visible now? My what page you could see now?
Yes, sir. It's the meet page.
Only the meet page. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir. We can see what you're sharing. Scholar.
Scholar, right?
Yes.
Yes. So this is my profile page in the Google. I mean scholar.google.com. Okay, where see you could see the papers which I have published in this particular page. So what I'm trying to say is like you identify. Okay, so but see it is not very easy as I mentioned the introduction. See at the PPT, right? Database research, I mean the including Google Scholar, Science Direct, there are many websites. Okay, but one of the most preferable one is Google Scholar, where you identify which is close to your paper or you close to your domain, how many number of papers are you can just write, say for example there are some you have identified some 2000 to 1500 papers in particular domain, and in that particular domain close to my idea I have identified, say for example 50 to 60 papers. So that is enough. See again, second paragraph, first point, you can write just 2 to 3 points where you, you can mention about the numbers. Second paragraph is the most important point where which is close to your idea. You identified 4 papers. You discuss about that four papers. Therefore, see, discussing 4 papers again, it is not very easy. Again, I'm saying it is not easy, but what to mention and what not to mention is very important, right? Say, for example, again, you have identified 4 papers. What all you will mention? Say you are taking the first paper, you'll read the abstract, understand what is the goal, say what is the goal of this particular paper, and say what technique they have used and advantage disadvantage. That's it. Go to the second paper, third, fourth. Over second paragraph, come to third para. What you do is best among 4. According to me, I have analyzed the 4 papers. Based on my analysis, what I do, this is my best paper among 4, and that would be my base paper. Based on that, I'm going to just I have taken I have opted that as my base paper, and you just continue with the other things stuffs. I think now you got it right. So like Google Scholar, there are many, like you have Scopus. Okay, I'll discuss more. So I'll show you that also. Don't worry. And now, yes, introduction over. So next to introduction, materials and methods. Okay. So yes, yes. So next to introduction, you have something called materials and methods. By the name itself, you can just identify easily guess it. What is materials and methods is? You just mention uh, hardware requirements and software requirements and the dataset information of your project. Say for example, software requirements, whatever the framework, say for example, IDs or whatever it is, right? All the software, you just mention it. Hardware, basically, minimum. Say for example, if I'm going to work on mobile app development, right? So I'm going to develop a mobile app. A minimum requirement is 4 GB RAM, the processor, etc., etc. So all the information you bring it into under the topic materials and methods. Any doubt on this? Okay. So next to materials and methods, you just switch on to if it is going to be a machine learning project. Again, you're doing in machine learning, you're dealing with any algorithm, you must start with existing algorithm and proposed algorithm name. I mean, algorithm steps. Say for example, random forest algorithm steps. You write the steps below. Next, proposed algorithm name. Say you are given a proposed algorithm name as like improved random algorithm, sorry, random forest algorithm. Give the heading like that, write down the steps. There is no restriction that you have to write 7 steps, 8 steps. It is up to you. But again, don't write the stories, start to stop, that and all is not necessary. Exactly start with the process. Iteration, number of iteration, what you're exactly doing, and end up with the. And here, you may have a doubt that when I'm writing algorithm steps, right, for random, say for example, if it is a random forest algorithm, uh, if you're taking the same exact algorithm steps and putting it in your paper, again, the most important point for any research paper is plagiarism, which is nothing but similarity content, which is very, 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 very important. I thought this word I should mention at the last, but here I have been forced to use this word, plagiarism. I hope everyone know you're familiar what is plagiarism and what is similarity content, right? So what I'm trying to say is, even you are writing an algorithm step, it should be your own writing. Okay, understand the step. Actually, what what you have exactly done it in your project with the help of that algorithm. What that algorithm does in your project, you understand and write it in your own words. Now it gets over. Which one? Materials and methods. Now algorithm. I mean, existing algorithm and proposed algorithm gets over. Okay. So next comes, I have a topic on it. Your presentation not visible. Okay. Okay. Is it visible now? Because I'm switching from presentation to here and here to presentation. Maybe. Okay. So now comes results and discussion, which is very, very important again. Okay. Results and discussions. Okay. So after materials and methods, algorithm, next comes results and discussions. See, results, you are very clear with the subtopic. What is result? You discuss about the tables and graphs which is present inside the paper. What is table? What is graph? What is table? What is graph? Like, see, whatever you are comparing. Say for example, you are comparing with existing algorithm and proposed algorithm. You're writing the data sets, whatever it is, put everything, bring it into a single table. Okay, convert the table into a graph. And again, you may have a question, what type of graph should like I use it, right? It again depends on you. Whatever the graph, it may be a 3D or what, there are many types of graph which is present in it, right? You can like you have Excel, right? You have not only Excel. I'll show you one more tool today. uh, it is open source. Try to download it. It is a IBM product. It is a very good product for tool for generating graphs. I'll show you that. Okay, it is there in the PPT step by step. Please try it. It is a very good tool for generating graphs for research paper. Okay, so what I'm trying to say now, you have a subtopic called results. What all you have in the results? You talk about what all tables you have, table in tables, what are the columns you have, how you have brought the result, and mention the results, everything in 1 or 2 paragraphs. Now comes the discussion. So what comes in the discussion? Actually, summary of your results. So summarize your results in 2 or 3 points, bring it into the discussion. And overall what you do is, uh, limitations and future scope could be brought inside the subtopic called discussion. Again, I repeat, in discussion, what all could become, you can add limitations and future scopes. I hope you know what is limitations, right? Even your work might have, you would have faced some security issues. I'll give an example for limitations. Okay, what I have faced one limitation when I did my project. Say, for example, you would have compiled and you would have implemented your project with the say for example 10,000 data sets. What I asked one of my students, okay, it is working for 10,000 data sets. Okay, tomorrow you come up with 20,000 data sets. Let me check whether it is working or not. Okay, so actually he came to me and it was not actually working. See, the reason that would be different, but what my point is, actually we have designed, I have implemented a project where I have come up with say 10,000 data set, but it is working. When I increase my data set, it is actually not working for so and so reasons, and this will be addressed in the future. So this could be written it as the limitations. I hope now you are getting what is actually limitations and future scope. The same could be written the future scope also. Okay. So now it gets over. Finally coming to what? Conclusion. So again, conclusion. Conclusion again, please do not write story. Just bring it up
Sir,
in.
can you kindly switch over to the presentation, sir?
Okay, okay. Okay. Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, okay. So now it is conclusion. Conclusion, please do not go uh, it could have 4 to 5 lines. Please don't go beyond 6 lines. Okay, maximum 5 lines. Conclusion. Please conclude it and say the results once again. Result in numbers once again. Over. Okay. So after that you have something called references, or before references you have acknowledgement, but please do not worry about the acknowledgement now. I'll show you. Okay, it is there in the PPT, don't worry. It is very simple acknowledgement, but again, very important point, references. With this, I'll close or the paper crafting. After that, in very short, I'll try to complete it within 5 to 10 minutes. I'll take another 10 minutes. I'll complete it very fast, right? So after this stage, what is the stage? How will you apply your, or how will you communicate your paper to the journal or conference? And what are the peer reviews take place? So how to decode the peer review process? And finally, publish till publishing. Okay, I'll take just 10 minutes. I'll try to complete it. Before that, I'll show you a small demo of 2 minutes references. Okay, so usually what we do is, you take a word and references, we'll copy paste it, right? Please do not do copy paste the references. Okay, so see here in the table I have mentioned references minimum 15 in proper format and alignment. This is very, very important, where usually the student will spend much time on the format and alignment and copy paste references, etc., etc., etc. To avoid this, see, I'll show you. If you have any doubt, please stop me. Okay, go to Google Doc here, right? Okay, okay. See here, it's a sample Google Doc I have taken. Sorry. So the screen is visible now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So now just see, I've taken a Google Doc here. Say I'm typing something like this, like quantum computing application. Okay, so so just imagine in introduction, between the introduction I'm typing a sentence like this. I'm looking for some citation here, and below this I have a topic called references, and I should have some, just imagine, some 20 to 25 references below. Okay, just imagine like this. What you do is go to extension, go to add-ons, go to get add-ons. Okay, so you just type paper pile. See, here it is. And the paper pile I have already installed, so it is showing like this. It is installed. Please install this particular plugin with your mail ID and make it done. Okay, again I repeat, because time is very short. Already it is 8 o'clock, right? 8:05. So again I repeat, go to extension, go to paper pile, add-ons, get add-ons, type paper pile, make sure you have done with the install paper pile. So since I have already installed paper pile, I'm going for paper pile, go to manage citation. Again I show you, go to extension, paper pile, manage citation, right? So here actually in the search box, you have author name, keyword, DOI number. DOI number is the unique number, which will be there in the published paper. That is different story. But as of now, I'll show you a simple way to just how to cite and how to bring the references automatically in your Google Doc. Just what I'm doing, I am dealing, or I am discussing about the quantum computing application. So what I give a keyword as the same quantum computing application, or whichever the keyword which is related to the sentence which you are typing, just give it here. I am giving search. See here, I think in the right corner you could find many papers. Again, what I would uh, suggest you all is to just go with the latest, I mean last 5 years paper. Please do not cite the previous old papers. Please do not cite it. Please do. So 2019 is also fine. From 19 or from 20 you can choose. See here, you have a like wherever you want to cite, just keep the cursor here. Just give cite here. See what is happening. See here, everyone. So I think you could see my whatever the paper I want to just cite it inside my paper, my research paper. It has come here, and see here what I'm doing. I'm just clicking update citation and bibliography at the bottom, and see what is happening in the paper here. See here. So what I do, it has come automatically with the format. My duty is just to number it. That's it. And you may have doubt that each and every time do I need to just cite it here? No. See here, wherever you want. Just say for example, after comma I want one more citation. Just to give cite here. See, it has come here, the second citation. Again I'm giving updates. See what is happening. So you see the second one, it has come automatically with alphabetical order. So you need not worry about the format. You need not worry about the alphabetical order. Everything automatically comes in a single click. And one more point, say the default format will be Chicago in the right corner. I think you could see it here, Chicago. If you wanted to the format to be changed to IEEE format, go to My Styles, type IEEE here. See what I'm saying? Doing. Save. Just give again one click. See what is happening in the paper. I have changed the format here. I have done a single click here. See what has happened. Anyone? Just say me what has happened here. With this, by anyone, what has actually happened? See here. Actually, the format of IEEE. This is IEEE format actually. 1 and 2. This is IEEE format. It has automatically changed the same paper. Automatically, it has changed to the IEEE format. So like this, you can cite n. I mean, you can bring n number of references, even 40 to 50 references within few minutes with the help of paper file. Now, got it? So if you say yes, sir, then I'll switch on
Yes,
to the
sir.
last. Yes, sir. Good, good. So I'll take 5 more minutes and I'll complete. So I want to share you about the peer review, one slide, and at last publishing. So with this, I'll close. So I'll come to
Yes.
PPT. Okay. So here it is. Yes. See here. These are some of the common corrections suggested by the reviews in the peer review, which I have seen many things, right? So please focus on when you're writing paper. What is peer review? What is a peer review in the sense? See, what you do is after completing a paper, what you do is like you communicate to the journal. There are two categories, okay? Basically, one is journal, the other one is you'll go for conference. So either it is journal or a conference. What they do is they'll be having a reviewers. Say reviewer 1, reviewer 2, reviewer 3, for example. Okay. What they do is each reviewer will give their own feedback to the paper in the form of corrections through mail or through website or whatever it is. There are many that we'll discuss that later. But mainly they focus on all these points. So please do. So I'll give it to you. Just read it when you are free. Insufficient detail in methodology. So we may not focus on the methodology sometimes. Unclear experimental setup. Lack of this point is very important. Lack of statistical analysis or inadequate justification. See, for example, you would have brought the result accuracy result as 75%, for example. Okay, you should also say that how your result is 75% very clearly. If you are not saying that, then of course you will get the poor feedback from the reviewer. Insufficient data interpretation, outdated or in when you write the literature review, right? When you write the literature review, again, if it is outdated, just now I told you, whenever you write take any reference as a paper, please do take last 5 years papers. Okay, please do not take the very older one. That may not sometimes work. That is what is the fifth point says. Outdated or incomplete literature review, misleading citation, abstract needs improvement, poor grammar. Even this is also equally important. Poor grammar or spelling issues, ambiguity in terminology, redundancy on repetition. So there should not be any repetition points also. So I hope you have got. See, I have actually I have more slides. Due to time, I'm not showing all this. See here how they actually decode with an example. I have author revision, how they, what is strength, what is weakness. These all is the decoding of the peer review process actually. Because of insufficient time, I'm just leaving it to you. I'll share the PPT. Please go through the PPT, and we are available always, right, in the college. And if you have any doubt, please do approach me, and you can at any time we'll discuss about this, right? So due to time, I'm just skipping all these slides. And finally, yes, here it is. Now, after all the reviews, your paper is ready now. Just imagine, after all the corrections, see, from the reviewer side, they'll send the corrections, and you'll do the corrections again, send it to them. This process, just imagine everything is done. Now, there are different types of publication. As we have already did, there is journal, there is conference, book chapter is there, preprint. All these are categories, right? Uh, and reputed publishers, as we have already discussed, we are discussing about the IEEE. So not only IEEE, along with the IEEE, you have Springer, Elsevier, ACM, Willy. So all these are reputed publishers. We can go with any of these, right? And this is also very important. Choosing the right journal and conference is very important. So how will you choose right journal and conferences? All these target audience, based on the audience, based on the impact factor. So what is impact factor is, like, you go to, say for example, you want to just see the impact factor of any journal, right? You go to the website. In their website, they would have mentioned the impact factor, say for example 4, 5, 6, 7, even uh, 10 to 15, 20, or it depends. Okay, so you'll check the quality of any journal with a factor called impact factor in it. So all these things. So with these all factors, what you do, you choose a right journal or conference, you'll apply it and submitting a paper. Say this point is very important, ma. See, first point is very, 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 very important. When you're submitting a paper, check for plagiarism. You need not check for plagiarism, where when you're writing a paper itself, make sure you're writing of your own. Please do not go with any chatbot also. Why? Because nowadays, reason for last 1 year, they have started checking plagiarism for both normal plagiarism and also what? Any guesses? All that. That's it. Over from my side. Don't worry. So there are two types of plagiarism. One is normal plagiarism. Usually they'll check. Second plagiarism. Any guesses? With this, I stop. Anyone?
AI generated. So
AI generated. Very good. So AI generated is there. So if you are taking any content from any AI, also in any journal or conference, the first filtration process is plagiarism check. And plagiarism check, and again try to understand, you are not supposed to use any local plagiarism checker. That will not give you the exact value, where the journal people, the conference people, and even REC, we do have something called turn it on. We are supposed to use only that reputed tool called turn it on. And actually that tool is like 20 to 25 lakhs. That is different story, but you need not worry about that. Okay, and please do not use any local tool for what? Checking plagiarism. That will not work out. For example, your local plagiarism checker is showing you like uh, your paper is 50 percentage, for example. I'm saying your turn it on may show 80 percentage. So please do not believe any local tool. Believe yourself, so that from the line 1 to the last line you are writing, and that is also very important. Please do write. See, you can get the any content from chat gpt or any tool. That is like the most welcome. Okay, but please do not copy paste the content in the research paper. That will not work out. Understand the concept and write it of your own in your research paper. That will surely work out. And any conference or journal, up to 15 to 20, maximum 20% is allowed. See, again, just keep it in mind, 10 to 15%, not 20, because only few journals will allow 20% of similarity content. Why they are giving that 15%? Anyone? Why they are giving 15%? The references, see, you display the references. It is already published paper. Okay, and then some of the terms which could not be avoided. For example, can you change the word machine learning? You cannot change it. Can you change the word quantum computing? No. So there are some terms in which you cannot use. You have to use the exact thing. So for that, they are giving up to 15%. This also keep it in mind. So uh, so that's all. I'll share the PPT to the concerned coordinators. Please do share to the students also. So I hope uh, like any queries from your side. So thanks actually for your patience. Now the time is 8:25, right? So it is up to it was mentioned as 7 to 8, but I have taken 25 minutes. Okay, anyway. Uh, so from your side.
Sir, could you share your mail ID so that students can contact you at any time?
Mail ID? Okay,
Yes.
sure. So I'll shall I put what ma? Sure ma. I'm typing my mail ID here. So
Yeah, guys, you can contact sir anytime you want. We'll be free
sure,
to answer.
sure, sure, sure. Yes, yes. Because due to again time, I have last I have rushed up actually. Okay. So this is my mail ID. Mail ID I've done, and my room number is library block, right? Library block, second floor. You can come. So go through the PPT. Any doubt in any of the part, or any if you have any struggle, you are stuck with any part when you are writing research paper, or any part. So starting from research paper till the publishing or communication or whatever it is, please do contact. We'll discuss. All the best. All the best for your future things in terms of research and project. Okay. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
okay.
So, on behalf of the organizing team, sir, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and invaluable insights, sir, in the short span of time. And your guidance on publishing and research has really inspired us, sir. Thank you so much. Special thanks to IEEE and Intellexa team. Thank you for all the participants for attending and contribution to this meaningful session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.